All right, so hey, it's me, it's your BFF, it's your best Frank forever. So you've seen me around town, and right now, where I'm here at Creative Tucson, that's right. And what do I do here? It's a crazy word called volunteer. That's right. So what I want to talk about, because we're talking about the Concha Tucson, because thank you, Ron, from the Concha Tucson, letting people talk about some of the things that are on their mind and what they think about Tucson in general. Tucson, you know, I love it the most. I love this place so much, I moved here twice. Boom. So that's the thing. So I have a radio show. It's called After Hours with Frank Powers. It's on every Saturday night from 11 to 1 a.m. on 99.1 FM. And it's basically a place for all the artists and makers and movers and shakers. A little more about me. I used to run Constant Con. So Constant Con was the Comic-Con that goes on and on. So a lot of what I've always done is about community. I just care about the community here and getting people kind of together, because one of the great things about the comic community, especially that I found here, and some of the creative artists around here, is it's a pretty tight group. And I saw that going to some weekly art parties and doing the Comic-Con scene and all these other art events and book festivals and all the things around town. There's so many people doing things, and if I could, you know, just grab a few strings and pull them up, I could tie it all together. And it did, and it worked for quite a while. And now we're kind of doing a pivot to kind of take the show on the road, because what I really wanted to do was affect the community a bit more with education, literacy, reading, and like fun through comics and helping kids out, you know. But being a brick and mortar downtown, it made it a little tough for, you know, getting that sort of thing. So now we're trying to do the Comic-Con that goes on and on wheels. So what we're trying to do is get a comic book mobile. These are all the things that I try to do, you know, time after time, and event after failure. Like sometimes, again, Constant Con, it's not around anymore. I might move it, but right now, yeah, it's gone. Like I tried a thing and it did go out of business for a little bit. We'll see what happens next, but as of right now, who knows? But now I'm still trying the next thing, and that's why I'm down at Creative Tucson, which is great. Creative Tucson is really trying to take up and fill a gap where Access Tucson left behind, and it's a place for people to do media and all that sort of thing. And you know, coming down here, I get to read the news, kind of in a way that the Daily Show does it, where we kind of put a little more of a fun slant on it, and that's me all day. So that's the whole thing that I'm all about, is that get up and get out, because you need to be a bit more motivated. And that's some of the problem with a lot of people today, is that we've come to a thing where we applaud this word called binging. Binging used to be a bad word, but now it's a success. We cheer each other on for literally how long we're staying at home watching something for 10 hours and how fast we can do it. You need to get up and get out, because some of these things, some of these events are opportunities. They're really good opportunities for you to realize that this place that you're living, it doesn't suck. If you're bored, you're boring. There are a lot of people doing a lot of things. There are a lot of gatekeepers to fun out here, creating some amazing events that are so unique to Tucson and the people here, and all this fun stuff. I'm going to be doing some of the things for the Mermaid Parade coming up in August. They're amazing. The Return of the Mermaids is another thing. Just getting involved. And again, I just went down there and said, what do you need? Because there's a lot of people doing great things, and I was trying to be one of them too, and I still am. We're still making things happen, and you should make the things happen. And if you're not one of these people that, you know, can get a whole group started or motivate a group activity to go whatever, go find a group that's doing the things. I realized this a long time ago when I started After Hours with Frank Powers as a podcast. I was trying to make my friends do it, and I realized you got to make friends with the people doing the things you want to do, not make your friends do the things you want to do. And there are all these people around town that are doing the things that you want to do, and we can't invite you all personally. You have to be able to realize that you're welcome to come here. Like, you're welcome to come to things like Creative Tucson, and Startup Tucson is another thing that I'm doing, where they're really trying to help people be entrepreneurs. All these businesses downtown that you want to have Tucson people owning, and Tucson people taking, you know, an opportunity for Tucson. That's what Startup Tucson's trying to do, so that all these people from Phoenix don't come and take it over. But that's the idea, right? That's what everyone complains about. Then hey, what if you and your buddies actually got that thing together and went for it a little bit? You know, give it a shot, because it's not hard to find a team. And that's what a lot of this message is kind of about. It's about being motivated. You don't have to do it alone. Startup Tucson's helped me a lot. I'm learning a lot, which is true as well. Don't be afraid to learn something. All right, school was probably a lot more fun than you think if you're going for the exact thing you want to go for. And for me, it's trying to make a business that's super fun, so I don't have to get a job. You know, if you like what you do, you don't work a day in your life, right? So that's why I come down here and I get to read the news. Like, I read the news. I thought there'd be a line out the door, and when's my opportunity to do it? No, I got to do it. you know, and you can do it too. Come down to Creative Tucson, get involved. Use it as a studio and a green screen for all your funny ideas, like green screen, you know you want it. And Startup Tucson doing a lot of great stuff, as well as, like, here's another thing I just got involved with. So one of the things that happened with Constant Con, again, the Comic Con that went on and on, an art gallery for independent artists. We didn't carry mainstream comics because I was trying to shine a light on Tucson and the independent publishers, being DIY. So speaking of DIY, I recently got involved with a new project that's come back from the dead. Everyone loves zombies, and this one's the best. So Tiny Town Times came back. Kaboom! All right, and you know how much this is? It's free. Free. All right, this is a self-published, screen-printed newspaper made by the guys at Tan Line and the Tiny Town Surplus on 4th. All right, and that's what it's all about. We made it. It's just a bunch of people creating content, having fun doing it, and making art. Even the centerfold is art. That's what you get out of it. Like, you get this big, you know, piece of art, and it's going to come out every quarter. And I'm the comics editor. So what I'm going to try and do is get people to get involved and do a thing. And all of you writers out there, playwrights, poets, all that sort of thing, cartoonists, artists, any type, we have this publication that we're distributing all around town, 2017 of them. And the next one's coming out. We got to fill it with content, and we'll keep printing pages. This thing doesn't have a thickness limit. So that's the thing. We need your content. We want your content. And I'm the comic strips editor, like I was saying. So I'm putting a challenge out to even artists out there that are sculptors, people that do murals, people that don't traditionally do comic strips. Make a comic strip. Make a comic strip about Tucson. Make a funny comic strip. 1, 2, 3 panel, 4 panel, done. That's it. One and done. Not a subscription, not a syndication, not a big commitment. Just one. One piece of awesome sequential art. That's what I think about Tucson, and I think that that would be really phenomenal to do. So it's a challenge. I'm going to come looking for you. I'm going to find you. But at the same time, I can't invite every single one of you. So go contact, I believe it's tinytowntucson at Gmail, and get involved with a local newspaper that's publishing writers, poets, artists, all this stuff. Get your stuff published. Build that portfolio. If you're going to school around here, most of you might be, take advantage of this. These are great for your portfolios. These are great for your, you know, first publications and something of note that you did, because this is a community thing. It matters, and you matter. And that's what's really important too. A lot of you people, you're always waiting for a sign. Guess what? Get out of your head. You matter. All right? Trust me, you do. I'm your BFF. I'm your best Frank forever. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not your mom. I'm not going to tell you these things. But you are. You're better than the rest. Trust me, because you're looking at all these people that you think suck. So then step up. All right? Get off the bench. Play ball. Do it. All right? That's what the power of creativity and the power of teamwork really can do. Go find these people at all these places downtown and all around that are doing the things. They've done the hard work. They've laid a foundation. Now it's time for you to show up, provide content. Everyone that thinks that print might be dying, or this media is dying, or that's going the way of anything, it's not. Because people need content, all right? If you're a content machine, if you create, if you perform, if you do something, come and do it with us. Come and do it with a group. Go do it with a group, all right? I love puppets, trust me. There's a few puppet groups around town I've even yet to contact. But they're not going to reach out to me, and that's my, that's my job to go get to them. So that's the thing. Go do your improv. Go do open mics. Go do an open mic, for goodness sake. Amped Up open mic. It's the best. It's at Hotel Congress. Go check it out. Go, here's a real thing for me. It took me a long time to get to this, all right? This wacky suit. I always say I'm better than this suit. But, you got to look a fun way. It makes you recognizable. Like, that's the whole thing. And it's just about a brand. And I'm fun. This is me all day. When I saw this thing, I gasped, people fainted. All right? And it really is me, but it took a long time to become this way. Outgoing, fun. This thing that everyone thinks like, oh, that guy, he's just a ball of energy. You gotta fight all these things that you think about. You gotta fight all the negativity and the no's that you're gonna know 100,000 times. You gotta fight all that. You gotta not listen to that. You gotta tune that out and tune it out internally. All right. You gotta be your own best friend. And you gotta love your reflection. That's the point. Be happy with it. Be satisfied. Trust me. Don't set bars that are impossible based on imagination. See the world for the way it is, not the way you want to see it. It makes things a little more easy to handle, and it makes you able to see what you can change. So believe in yourself, because like I said, you're pretty great, trust me. And that's kind of the whole idea of all this stuff. It takes hard work, and it takes hard work to become who you want to be. So if you're dissatisfied, you're unhappy, you got to work on yourself. You got to work hard. All right? I was the shyest kid you ever met. Couldn't talk to a girl. Couldn't get on stage, let alone drop my pants for a joke. So now things have changed. It's taken a long time, but every little bit and every day-by-day thing that I did to push the limits of creativity, push the limits of my own self, my own character, who I want to be as a person, what I want to represent, you can work on it every day. And don't be lazy. Don't just watch TV. You know, do that log, you know, do that thing. Don't just do status updates into Facebook. Do it somewhere real so it's your blog and that content stays somewhere and it's not just a fart in the wind, because that's a lot of what that Facebook update does. So watch your aggression. Don't choose to send that message out, because you're just wasting your time and you're wasting your energy and you're wasting a lot of thoughts on negativity and nonsense. So I believe in you because I believe in myself, and I'll tell you, I turned one of the angriest guys in town to create a pissed off panda. Tucson's own pissed off panda, that's right. My comic strip, my cartoon character turned 15 the other day. So that's 15 years of blood, sweat, and bears. And that's commitment, you know, and that's what you do. And that's an angry little cartoon character that came from an angrier kid 15 years ago. I'm a much happier guy now, but that took a lot of work. And being a happier guy makes it easy to go out there and kind of conquer the world. So be motivated. Get out there and find some friends that are going to do it. Everyone's got their hand out. They just haven't sent that personal invitation yet. All right? Trust me. Go out there. Go say hello. Go make some friends, because it's Tucson, Arizona, kids. Toot toot. I love this place.